the class inshallah on the model. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you, brother and sister? Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala mabuthi rahmatil alameen. Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajma'een. Amma ba'd. Inshallah, today we'll continue about the proposal how to be right. On the first of all, we are talking about the research. After that, we are talking about how can be get the problem of research. After that, we talking about introduction and research statement and research objective and significance of the studies. And we are talking about many examples about it. And we are talking about the type of research. We are talking about mixed method and quantitative and qualitative. And we are combine about quantitative and qualitative and about the mixed method. And after that, we are talking about the proposal, and we take some example how can be choose your title. And today, one important things we are put it on in your proposal, a research question or research question. Research question is very important things when you want to do the research proposal, because you are put research question after the objective or research objective, and must be the research question follow the research objective, and total for research objective and research question must be follow from the research your proposal. First of all, what is a research question? A research question, our brother and sister, is question you are put it from your proposal and from your title. How can be using that research question? You put the question of research from your domain of research of the proposal of the title, and you are selecting the question of the research from the project you are selecting because you want to answer this research. And when you want to do a quantitative or qualitative or mixed methods, must be put a research question. And when you want to collect the data, you want to do the questionnaire, must be have a question to answer for this. All the collection data and analysis or result you want to collect from the research question. And when you want to put the research question, must be know about the question is important things to get it. A question is comprehensive all your research. Cannot be put a question you want to answer yes or no. Must be have a question to answer from your result and from your literature review. And relative for a question must be have a question is more important things from your proposal. I want to give you a small example about it. When you want to get answer from many things, you want to put a good question to get a good answer. If you get a small question or a close question, cannot be get a good answer from your research, because must be both primary and secondary score of your thesis, and from your literature limitation, and from your problem, to know important things and good idea from the question to get a good answer from your thesis or from your proposal you want to write. And must be know about these 5 things. Must be know about this focusing and relative and sorry about it. Okay. About 6 things for when you want to use a question. I giving you a small things and a small example about the research. Sorry. Who can be write this slide? Brother Ahmed, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Can you read the slides?
Yes, of course.
Right.
Research aims describing and exploring.
Yes.
And research questioning formalization. What are the characteristics of X? How has X changed over time? What are the main factors in X? How does X experience Y? How has X dealt with Y?
If you want to see these aims, this is a good aims from the research. Thank you, Brother Ahmed. And when he want to put a question, he use what? Because he need the more idea about it. And he use how and what, how does. When you want to use the tools of the research question, must be have a tools, cannot be is or are or what was or where, must be have a good tools question and open question to get a good answer for the question. This other example, Sister Hajar. Hajar? Hanan, Sister Hanan.
Hanin, yes,
Hanin,
I'm here.
Sorry. Can
research
you...
aims, yes, yes, of course. Research aims explaining and testing, research questioning formalizations. What is the relationship between X and Y? What is the role of X in Y? What is the impact of X on Y? How does X influence Y? What are the causes of X?
Okay. The main purpose from the research question must be explaining and testing. Cannot be put a question, cannot be tested, because you want to use a tools, for example, a survey or a questionnaire or interview. If you cannot be testing this question, how can we take the result? For example, what is the relation between, for example, you want to use a study from a translation, and you have a problem from translation for a student from the primary school and secondary school. You want to put what is the relation between primary school and secondary school student on the translation. You want to know previous from the primary and secondary student, and you get a good answer for that. What is the role? When you want to explain for the role of the translation or the teacher from the learning that student on the translation for the student. What is the impact is very important things to know the impact or effect or influence for the study of the people. This is example for the aims of the question when you want to use. Third things. شيماء. Sister شيماء. جمانة. Dima. Who are here? Sorry. What's up? Jumana are here? Shaima?
Yes, doctor.
Can you? Yes, can you read?
Yes. Research aims evaluating and acting research question formulation. What are the advantages and disadvantages of X? How effective is X? How can X be achieved? How are the most effective strategies is improve X? How can X be used in Y?
Okay, when you want to use the research question, must be evaluated. Now we take three things. First things, you get it, explain, and action, and now evaluate. Evaluate, must the question be evaluated? When you want to use evaluate or acting, must be use what this question to get a good evaluate for the question. Next. This is example for the research problem and example for the research question. Who can be read? Dima Omar? Dima? Not here.
Yeah, me?
Yes. Can you read?
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
The teachers
this is example. And how can be use the question? Try, sister.
The teachers at school X do not have the skills to recognize or properly guide gifted children in the classroom. The second example is what a practical techniques can teachers at school X use to better identify and guide gifted children.
Sister, you see the problem of the research. You see the problem from the teacher. He don't have skills. The question is the technicals can be teach at school X. This question can be answering about many things for the teacher, can be evaluate or can be improve his skills. Okay, next one. This other question. You're giving a question for every purpose of the research question. Sorry. Who can be read? Can be stopped 1 minute, 2 minutes to finish the adhan. Tasneem. Jumana?
Yeah.
Can you read?
Can I read? Yeah, of course.
Okay, try.
Criteria doesn't ask for a subjective value judgment, explanation, Avoid subjective words like good, bad, better, and worse, as these do not give clear criteria for answering the question. If your question is evaluating something, use terms with your measurable definitions. Is X or Y a better policy? How effective are X and Y policies at reducing rates of Z?
Okay. I think regarding this slide, when you want to write the research question, must be know about your subject and a value of the question. What you want to need from this question? You need to explain, you want to need to combine, you want to need to evaluate, you want to need to analyze, you want to need to evaluate or impact up to your needed must be used the equation. Sister Tasneem. And this question, and this is for the research question when you want to use, must be this one for the writing the question, must be read it and follow the procedure to write the question. I give you an example for the question. What effect does social media have on a people's minds? This is a big question and a huge question because you are using social media. Social media, we have a lot of the media, Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp, many social media can you are using on the research. But this question cannot be answering about this question. Why? Because cannot be put all social media in one question. And when you want to get a people, this is cannot be measuring, cannot be analyze this one because social media is huge, a people is huge, a people mind is huge, and social media is huge. How can be to measuring and analyze this question? Cannot be. This question cannot be using. But if you want to use, you see next question, effect for the Twitter, for the people you are using.
شو غبطتي؟
What's up?
يا توكلي غبطتي. ليش بتجعك؟ طب روحي ليش تعود؟
When you sorry about it, I don't know what's up. Okay, but when you want to use that question, you are know what is the type of the media you want to use. Here he used Twitter, and we are using for the people under 16 years old. This is can be measuring for this question. But if you want to put media and you want to put for the people, is very big to answer for this question. You understand that one? I think is clear and understanding if you want to see. And here, other question. This is other question. He used for the UK people, and can you read it? Same before you are using, but we are do the question from other area from the research. What's up? Okay. Who can be read this one? Sorry, what's up? Who can be read this one? Dima here?
Yes.
Sorry about the sound. I think we have a problem.
No.
Okay, can you read, sister?
Can I read?
Okay.
Identify the problem with the following research question for the suggest topics. Topic: the Gaza conflict. 2030 and ideologues of Israel and Palestine media, a critical sources analyzes. 1. Does the language used in the articles prove the use of war reporting language? Are there any difference in language used between media? Does the language used contract in groups and out groups? Which article were better in reflection ideology? Did the writers use any destructive strategy to legitimize and the actions of in groups and criticism?
Okay, you see this topic. He talked about conflict 2013 from the Israel and Palestine media, and you see the question. When he using that question, he put the question is related between the topic and the question. And if you see the question 2 is, are there any difficult on languages used between media? Yes, but we have a good answer for this question, because a languages is different languages: Arabic language, English language, French language, other languages we can be using from the answer for that question. And here other question, other research question for the topic. Can you see it? And this one, and this one. I put many examples, understanding about the research question. How can be using? Who can be read this one? I see someone he put his hand up. Sorry, this one, because it's important thing. Sorry, what's up? Sister Shayma. Shayma.
Yes.
Please. Read.
Yes. Impact of semantic loss of the Holy Quran translation with the reference to Yusuf Ali and Big.
Yes, what? Ali and Bactil. Bixel. Yes.
Translation of An-Nur.
Surah.
Translation.
Surah. Yes. Research question.
Research question. What are your type of semantic losses reflected in the translation An-Nur Surah?
Yes.
To what extent does the impact in the semantic level lead to inadequate translation? Yes. What are the main cases behind inadequate translation? An-Nur Surah. What are the opportunity?
Yes.
Appropriate.
Yes.
Strategies used in translation culture specific terms in the Holy Quran with reference Nur Surah. To what extent have Ali and Bickel succeed to conveying the culture in equivalence of specific items?
If you see this topic and this question, he used a question for all his mind to answer about Surah An-Nur. And if you check about it, it's very important to use a different question and different things to get a good answer for the question. Last slide for today. We are talking about suggestion, topic, and research question. Our brother and sister, now we are talking about around 80% about proposal defense. Must be get your work from the proposal this week. This is your assignment. I put inshallah in the model. I want to see your topic and your introduction and problem statement and research objective and research question end of this week to see how can be evaluate your work. Inshallah, we hope inshallah a good, because I see your group in the on the WhatsApp, and it's okay from your group. Every groups must be write a first page, title and name of the groups. Second page, you start introduction and problem statement and research question and research objective and research question. This is all I want to talking today, and I hope to understand. And if you have any question before you get next stage from the class, can be answered from any question you want to talk. Anyone have a question?
No, thanks.
I do have one.
Yes.
I was wondering.
Yes.
Which title to choose? Each one of us have his own title. Which one to choose and which one to start in our research?
We wouldn't talking about the title you see in the slide. It's just example. We put in the when the WhatsApp group, a lot of the groups you want to use the titles for the topics. Every file you have one topics. We didn't talk the topics in the slides. I talking about the topic you are choose from the your study and from your groups.
I got that point, but my question is, each one of us has his own idea, his own title, and you want us to start and put the problem statement and etc. Which one to choose, or is it gonna be open to us to choose whenever we want?
Open, yes, open, but under English language, under your department.
Thank you.
Okay, open your mind about that and choose a title from the English language, from translation, from the skills of English, up to you. We open your mind, but I giving you example to understand. Can some groups to use one titles? No problem for me. If any groups you see a good title and you want to choose it, can you choose? No problem. Other question? Other question?
Doctor, sorry for interrupting, but what about the students who hadn't taken the midterm exam?
This I think everyone about his problem, because I have some student, we have a problem. I asked him to come back to Dr. Asma, the head of college, and because I don't have answering about that, and I think one student, he have a problem from one question or two questions. We talk with the college there, and we waiting the answering from the college about it. Yes, Ahmed. Ahmed?
No, thank you, doctor. I don't have a question.
You put a hand up.
I put hand up from 5 minutes, like that.
Ilham? Anyone have a question?
Everything is great, thank you.
Okay, we hope to understanding, and I'm waiting to upload the assignment on the model to see it and evaluate it and giving you the comment.
Inshallah.
Doctor.
What? Again? Yes? Yes, any question?
Thank you, Doctor.
Okay, جزاكم الله خير. بارك الله فيكم. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.